name is Gannage with Gannage Design Construction. And first one we're going to cover is the sink drain. And there's lots of different options and directions to go. So I won't be able to cover all the different ways, but in this case this is a push button drain. Some of the simple things that can be done there is it can be unscrewed to see if you can physically see any blockage. Okay, in this case there isn't any here, so we're trying to figure out why it's not draining properly. Let's go through it, and we're going to go to what's called a P-trap. I'm going to explain what that is, and I have to take the P-trap off and minimize the mess. So under your cabinet there is a in this case we've cleared this one out. You have a number of different things you're going to find here. In this case, this right here is the P-trap assembly, all right, and drain arm. And this particular client has a rather interesting adaptation to their P-trap that they accomplished. You may find something like this under your sink, or it may be simpler, just directly going into the drain. Okay. What I'm going to do is go ahead, and you've got some what should be hand-turned nuts here. You should be able to remove them by hand. If you're not able to do that, you may need to use like an adjustable wrench to unscrew them. Okay. You should find at this point this is full of water and other things, obviously, from about this point all the way here. So expect to have some moisture. I went and grabbed something you can grab around your house, maybe an old sponge, and old ice cream bucket, but something to clean up what will be inevitably some water. Okay, so prepare for that. So you notice how I cleared out this box, because this unavoidably is going to be some water here. All right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and undo both of these nuts. Okay. There is that water as I took it. It's going to be yucky smelling for sure. Okay, what I like to do is I carefully take that, pour that into my bucket. All right, and out will come whatever was clogged in there, and we'll not put you through that, but it gets pretty nasty, and there's all kinds of nasty things you may find, including maybe your lost earrings or ring that you dropped in there. You may find in your P-trap, because one of the unintended consequences, like I guess I'll say for a P-trap, is that it does trap. It catches things instead of them necessarily flowing out. Although the actual reason for the P-trap is that it actually traps air. It keeps the smell of the sewage coming up from either sewer or septic up through that opening in your sink, because it holds, and I'll show you here, it holds water permanently in this space, so that when you drain, water pushes out, new water, it keeps replacing this, but that water keeps the smell from traveling back the other way. Okay, so that's a key function of the P-trap assembly. So if you, this is not quite covering this, but if you ever have a situation where you can't understand why the smell keeps coming up through your sink, it's probably because this wasn't installed or someone plumbed without it. Because that's a common failure I've seen before. But in this video, we're just going to cover clearing out that drain, so that any sludge, and a lot of times globs of hair get all caught up in there. Sometimes the hair and different creams and oils and lotions get all caught up in there, make a big old, blob. Okay. So then once we've cleared that out, go ahead and place it back in there. One of the clues I'm going to tell you is when you go to tighten these, don't try to tighten them all the way until you have both of them on. Okay? Okay, go ahead and snug it up as much as you can. And that should be all. In some cases, you may need to snug it up a little more with the pliers if you don't have the grip to do so, and that's okay, but be careful not to do much more than a quarter turn of tightening with pliers, or you will just tear it apart, particularly in what's most common now is a plastic. Now you may find that your P-trap is made of metal. Maybe it looks like it's chrome. In either case, you're going to have those same nuts, and you'll want to be careful when you're going to put them back on there. Okay, and that's just a simple clearing out of the drain of the P-trap for a sink, and that's all for now.